ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यसेम देवहितै यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति न पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्ताक्षो हरिष्ठनेमिः स्वस्ति न बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अग्ने नय सुपथराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देववयुनानि विद्वान् युयोध्यस्मज्जुहुराणमेन भो इस्तां ते नम भुक्तिं विदेम ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसि जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरशभ्यो अतिव्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्धीन् धेनुर्वोढानध्वान् आसु सप्तिः पुरन्धिप्योषा जिष्णो रतेष्ठाः सभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतु फलवत्यो न भोषधयः पच्यन्तां योगक्षेमो न कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणचक्षुः स्तोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वो ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणम् अस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमद पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः नमस्ते।
Beautiful. So, with a gap of time, with the anugraha, karuna, asirvada of Tandava Shiva, the Nataraja Swami, we are able to resume our study and also prayer to this great Nataraja Swami. And so, in this Shiva Tandava Stotra, actually it is not possible for anybody to look at the laughter of Lord Lakshmi Narasimha, nor the Tandava Nritya of Parameswara, or the Lasya Nritya of Parameswari. Well, they're all very things. And even among the mountains, there are mythical mountains, Meru Parvatam, Sanjeeva Parvatam, etc. These Parvatas are not visible to any Tom, Dick, Harry, and Mary. Ananta Punya, Ananta Yoga, Ananta Anugraha. These things must be there. Then only you will be able to see or have darshan of those mountains. The Kailas mountain, for example, you may see the picture, but not real one unless you take a lot of effort to go to the live darshan of Kailas mountain or Annapurna mountain or all those things, because they're all very, very powerful mountains which are the forms of Paramatma only. And Paramatma is not only Shiva or Vishnu, whomever you want to name. He is not alone in the human form or in other forms, but he is there in the form of the Prakriti also. For example, we need not always depend upon the cotton wicks dipped in ghee to be the source to get Jyoti be enkindled. But in nature itself, there are some plants whose leaves can be used as the batti and you can get a lamp for longer time with the same oil. Therefore, you observe that Prakriti is a Purnatvam. That is any and every comfort, necessity that human beings want, all that is there in our Prakriti, and that Prakriti Purusha is Shiva. Therefore, we are always being introduced to the Sahanyasam, Namakam Chamakam Chaiva Purushasuktam Chayadviduhu Itihasapurāṇānaṁ Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. And also another version is Mahadevena Tattulyam Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. So Namaka, Chamaka, then Purusha Sukta, they are all equivalent to Mahadeva himself. So this tells you that Shiva is absolutely happy. If Shiva is happy, Lord Shiva is happy, the whole world will be happy, because what freshness to come into the world, that will have an opening for that. Swargadvara kavata patanakari. So we want to have the patanam, or the opening of the Swargadvara, and that is possible through this. That's why in Ahanyasam, you observe the first prayer when you begin to Lord Rudra, that says, Omkara mantra samyuktam nityam jhayanti yoginaha kamadam mokshadam tasmai nakaraya namo namaha. So Namah Shivaya, the first letter Na, Nakara is very much Kamadam Mokshadam. So Nakara Rupadalli, the Paramatma is able to grant to us the desire fulfillment at the same time moksha. Kamadam Mokshadam Tasmai Nakaraya Namo Namah. And again, he is not stable, he has to be moving. Vahanam Vrishabho Yasya Vasukih Kantabhushanam Vame Sektidharam Bande Vakaraya Namo Namaha. So a Vakara is telling you that Vrishabha Vahana, Ammavaru Shakti Parvati on his back, on her, next to him, on the bull. Or on the other hand, he was also holding constantly the Trisula Ayudha, Trisula Dharinam. Trisula is also highly symbolic. That is, sometimes they say that it represents the Sattva, Raja, Tamo gunas. Also, apart from that, Bhuloka, Antarikshaloka, and Swarloka. And it also represents Agni, Vayu, Surya. So 3 is a very important significant number, which will involve so many things in the Prakriti, and such is, and moreover, he is called Nataraja. So Nataraja is a Gnanamurti and Gnana Pradata too. That's why we say Nrutyavasane Nataraja Rajo Ninada Dhakkam Nava Panchavaram Udhrutya Kamasanakadi Siddhan Etad Vimarse Shiva Sutra Jalam. Is Panini. And then he produced sounds, and sounds made people to get hold of the respective branches of knowledge. Therefore, I am just talking to this kind of introduction that Shiva is Tandava, and otherwise it is merging into Shivananda Lahari. See, our Sankara has written Saundarya Lahari. అమ్మను పొగిడి 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 అమ్మ నుంచి ఏమేమి అనుకూలాలు కావాలో ఆ అనుకూలాలన్నీ చేయించుకునే రీతిగా తన మంత్రపూరితము, తంత్రపూరితము, యోగపూరితము అనేటువంటి మంత్రాలను, శ్లోకాలు 100 శ్లోకాలు చేశాడు. అండ్ ఎవరి ಶ್ಲೋಕ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಯಜ್ಞ ಆಹುತಿ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಜ್ಞದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಬಿಗ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ಯಜುಸ್. ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ Yajugumshi means this, and when he comes to note, Shiva should not be even individual should not be dropped of the individuality. So Shiva Ananda Lahari. So Shivanike Ananda, Taige Saubhagya, Saundarya. So Saundarya and Ananda, when always intertwined each other. Beauty is bliss, and bliss is beauty. Anything absent of that is individualized, no power. Therefore, now we are in the beautiful Shiva Tandava Stotra. Look at the style of Shiva Tandava Stotra, and nobody can sit down and just listen to that. But it is so inspiring and urging you to become active dancing. So now let us read these things, and once you will have prayer, cover the entire thing, and we have covered some slokas in respect of the explanation. But fortunately, the more and more you dive, you repeatedly study these individual slokas individually and collectively, you get a kumrak aspect that you urge Shiva to perform Tandava, and when he is so happy, that happiness of the Shiva must develop a great attachment, devotion, bhakti, and absolute identity with Lord Shiva. Then, when that happened, ultimately for everybody, the mind is important. So the mind must take orientation as to be liking the dance, as to be liking the grace of Paramashiva and Aradhana to him, Abhisheka to him, Archana to him, and etc. And next we have got to, and again Manas must be wonderful with looking at the more and more entertaining novelties that are available in the universe. Just now I told, can a leaf, dry, wet it is as it is, be giving light for you mixed with the oil? And again we say that our whatever devotion that we have got towards Lord Shiva, it must be leading to happiness, health, prosperity, desire fulfillment, ultimately moksham, kamadam, mokshadam. So with this kind of introductory knowledge regarding Shiva's and his benefits and the benefits that he will be giving to us, we shall just try to recite the whole slokas, and then we get into the eighth mantra or eighth sloka for explanation. Shivalingaya, can you recite? Jatavi.
जटाटवी गलज्जल प्रवाह पावितस्थले गलेवलम्भ्यलम्बितां भुजङ्गतुङ्गमालिकां ढमड्ढमड्ढमन्निनादवड्ढमर्वयम् ढमड्ढमड्ढमड्ढमन्निनादवड्ढमर्वयम् चकार चण्डताण्डवं तनोतु नः शिव शिवम् जटाकटाक सम्भ्रम भ्रमन्निलिम्प निर्झरी विलोल वीचि वल्लरी विराजमानमूर्धनि धगद्धगद्धगज्ज्वलल्ललाटपट्टपावके किशोर चन्द्रशेखरे रति प्रतिक्षणं मम धराधरेन्द्र नन्दिनी विलास बन्धु बन्धुरा स्फुरद्दिगन्त सन्तति प्रमोदमान मानसे कृपा कटाक्ष धोरणी निरुद्ध दुर्धरापदि क्वचिद्दिगम्बरे मनो विनोदमेत्र वस्तुनि जटाभुजङ्ग पिङ्गल स्फुरत् प्रणामणि प्रभा कदम्ब कुङ्कुमद्रव प्रलिप्त दिग्वधूमुखे मदान्ध सिन्धुर स्फुरत्वगुत्तरीय मेधुरे मनो विनोदमद्भुतं बिभत्तु भूर्तभर्तरि सहस्रलोचन प्रभृत्य शेषलेखशेखर प्रसून धूलि धोरणी विधूर साङ्घ्रिपीठभो भुजङ्गराजमालय निबद्ध जाट जोटक श्रियैचिराय जायतां चिखोर बन्धुशेखरः ललाट चत्वर ज्वल धनञ्जय स्फुलिङ्गभा निपीत पंचसायकं न मन्हि निम्पनायकं सुधामयूकलेकय विराजमानं शेखरं महाकपालि संपदे शिरोजटालवस्तुनः करालपाट करालपालपट्टिक धगद्धगद्धगज्ज्वल धनञ्जयाधरीकृत प्रचण्ड पञ्चसायके धराधरेन्द्रनन्दिनी कुचाङ्ग्रचित्रपत्रक प्रकल्पनैकशिल्पिनी त्रिलोचने मतिर्मम नवीनमेघमण्डले निरुद्धदुर्धरस्फुरत् कुहूनिशीथनितमप्रदर्भबन्धुबन्कन्धरः निलिम्पनिर्झरीधरस्तनोत्कृत्ति सिन्धुरः कलानिधानबन्धुरश्रियज्जगद्धुरन्धरः प्रफुल्लनीलपङ्कजप्रपञ्चकालिमप्रभा विलम्बिकण्ठकन्दलीरुचिप्रबद्धकन्धरम् स्मरच्चिदं पुरच्चिदं भवच्चिदं मकच्चिदं गजच्चिदान्तकच्चिदं तमन्तकच्चिदं भजे अगर्व सर्वमङ्गला कला कदम्ब मञ्जरी रसप्रवाह माधुरी विजृम्भणा मधुव्रतम् स्मरान्तकं पुरान्तकं भवान्तकं मकान्तकं गजान्तकान्धकान्तकं तमन्तकान्तकं भजे जयत्प्रदभ्रविभ्रमभ्रमद्भुजङ्गमस्वस ध्वनिग्रमत्कमस्फुरत्कलालपालहव्यवाट् धिमिद्धिमिद्धिमिध्वनन् मृदङ्गतुङ्गमङ्गल ध्वनिक्रमप्रवर्तितं प्रचण्डताण्डव शिवः दृशिद्विचित्रतल्पयोर्भुजङ्गमौक्तिकस्रजोर् घरिष्ठरत्नलोष्टयोः सुहृद्विपक्षपक्षयोः कृष्णारविन्दचक्षुषो प्रजामही महेन्द्रयोः समं प्रवर्तयन्मनः कदा सदा शिवं भजे कदा निलिम्पनिर्झरी निकुञ्जकोटरे वसन् विमुक्तदुर्मतिः सदा श्रीरस्तमञ्जलिर्वहन् विमुक्तलोललोचनो ललाटपाललग्नकः शिवेति मन्त्रमुच्चरन् सदा सुखी भवाम्यहम् इमं हि नित्यमेव मुक्तमोत्तमोत्तमं तस्तवम् पठन् स्मरन् बृहन्नरो विशुद्धिमेति सन्ततम् हरे गुरो सुभक्तिमाशु याति नान्यथा गतिम् विमोहनं हि देहिनां सुशङ्करस्य चिन्तनम् पूजावसान समये दशवक्त्रगीतम् यः शम्भुपूजन परं पठति प्रदोषे तस्य स्थिरामृतगजेन्द्र तुरङ्गयुक्तां लक्ष्मीं सदैव सुमुखीं प्रददाति शम्भुः ओम इति शिवताण्डवस्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Today is the Kartik Amavasya, as his calendar put in our WhatsApp group, Nada Veda. So on Amavasya day, we are able to recite the most powerful Tandava Stotram, which is very much pleasing. And the Tandava Nritya could be visualized and enjoyed and deriving power and influence and inspiration only to Dasagriva. Therefore, the Dasagriva Stotram, Dasagriva Geetam. The Geetam is a song that is sung by Dasagriva, namely Ravanasura. Ravana is also called as the Ravana Brahma. That is, he belongs to Pulastya Vamsham, and Pulastya is one of the Brahmas or creators. And in such a noble family, he is born, but the family is one, but individualized karma is different. Individualized punya papa amount is different. Therefore, my father may be an engineer or a doctor or anybody, but it is not compulsory that you should also become the same, nor You cannot take the degree certificate of your father and seek a job of that profession which your father promoted or pursued. Because no, your own degree, your own acquisition, your own karma, your own work, that only is taken to count. Therefore, the Dasagriva is so great that he has given us the idea of Shiva, especially when he is in ecstasy of joy, extreme happiness. And in fact, it is said Shivananda Lahari was urged to be written by Shankaracharya, or Shankara himself has written it, because there he says that the smile, the happiness, not only remained with Lord Rudra, but it has spread all over the globe. That was Anandamayaha Purushaha, Anandamayoyam Jagatu. Because the Jagat is, the world is fully filled with Anandam. Otherwise, we cannot continue in this world. Unless there is Ananda, which is present there, we are trying to research there for Ananda. Therefore, Anandam Brahmeti Vyajanat Anandadjeva Khalvimani Bhutani Jayante. Like that, our Upanishad tells you that Brahma is Anandam, identified, and that Brahma is pervading the entire Jagat or universe. Therefore, Ananda is in terms of Brahma, is active and working. Therefore, we see that Brahmanandam Paramasukhadam Jnaninamapyagamyam Lokatitam Sugunara, Trigunarahitam Sankaram Tam Namami. Look at the stotra of Sankara, and he is Trigunarahitam Sankaram Namami. That is exactly ಆ ಶಂಕರಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಥವಾ ಶಂಕರರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ಈ ಆನಂದ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಈ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆನಂದ? ಆನಂದ ಈಸ್ ವೈಟ್ ಕಲರ್. It is something like, see, the disc will be white, although it has got the spokes of colors, but color spokes won't appear to you when it is under revolving. So Jagattu ಚಕ್ರ ತರಹ ಚಕ್ರ, ಜಗತ್ ಚಕ್ರವನ್ನು ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಪರಿವರ್ತನೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ರಿವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, you do observe only white color. No other color you are able to identify. When it is in speed, no. That's why even the sun's rays, when they are reaching you, then you only see the white color. Otherwise, people are there, scientists are there to attribute some color, some power, etc., all that, with the help of the electronics or some kind of equipments additional. Therefore, this Lord Rudra is absolutely happy. And when we are reciting or remembering this stotra, we are also being very much happy, because happiness is the sine qua non of life. If you are not happy, if you are morose, you cannot be continuously morose, because it is said that jeti jivantam anando naram varsha shatadapi. Sita Devi and Hanuman dialogue alli Sundarakanda of Ramayana by Valmiki. It says, Kalyani Badagatheyam Laukiki Pratipati me Yedi Jivantam Anandam Naram Varshasatadapi. What a beautiful hope that our Valmiki Maharshi has told out. That is the Katha, the Sita Rama Katha may look mundane, but as you keep on studying and repeating and reciting and all that, Anandam Yeti, you will definitely get, that is hope. There is definitely Anandam or happiness or problem solved. Then Naram Varsha Satadapi, for all 100 years, a man cannot remain crying. Cry is temporary, and Santosha is long lived also. Therefore, here in this particular Tandava Stotra, our Dasagriva Ramana has indicated, Aya, Shivanu Santoshavagadane. And looking at another Shiva under great influence of Anandam, you also become Anandam. ಸಿ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದವ್ರು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೂ ನಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆಸೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗ ಅವರೇ? ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕಾರಣ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ನಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ even without knowing the karanam, when 10 people are laughing, you join laughter. Therefore, this is a natural thing, because laughter is a great medicine also. You cannot remain with grim face all time, but you should always have happy face, happy cut. That's what is being told, because happiness is optimism and dukkha is pessimism. So, but we should always go after the optimism, that is got ashavada. Now, without going more about the introductory way regarding the Tandava Stotram, there are so many people with musical instruments reciting the Tandava Stotram, also performing dance, even including my grandson Anish also performed Tandava Nritya in one India Day celebrations in his place. So, even ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗುವಿಂದ ದೊಡ್ಡವರ ತನಕ ಶಿವತಾಂಡವ ಡಾನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಡಾನ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿ ಯುನಿಕ್. ಏನು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿರೋ ರಹಸ್ಯ? ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಅನರ್ತ್. ನಮಗೇನು ಅಂದರೆ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟ್ರೈಂಗ್ ಟು ಅನರ್ತ್ or at least understand to our possible extent the communication and the effect that it is going to be like. Therefore, Shiva Tandava Stotram, and is a stotra. It is not any other. Stotra means when Shiva is in absolute happiness, when Shiva is in absolute happiness, come join us sometime. In absolute happiness, I just started the point. So when Shiva is in absolute happiness, he would be able to grant gifts to people. ಈಗ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿದ್ದವರಿಗೆ ಇದ್ದವರು ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗಿ ಇರೋವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮದುವೆಗಳು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ಉಪನಯನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳಿಗೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಷನ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ಆರ್ ಸಮ್ ಅದರ್ ಗಣಪತಿ ಫೆಸ್ಟಿವಲ್ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ. So whenever you visit people for some one or the other celebration, you don't go with empty hands. Narikta hastaha gacchati janaha. Normally the people don't go with empty hands, but they will always go with something, whatever there is, because not only you present yourself, but also you present something kind, which will be a mark of your attendance and other things. So beautiful. In the 8th sloka, we come to note down the 8th sloka here. I just read. And in other words, we have got Trilochane Ratirmama Prakalpana Eka Selpini. So in 7th sloka, we notice that Lord Rudra is a Silpi. Silpi is the architect, he is a designer, he is a manufacturer, he is a marketing fellow, and he is the vendor, etc. So all that is there in the word Silpa. Silpa andre Rupam. See, what is in the mind of the sculptor regarding the image of the Paramatma, that will come on a paper drawing sheet. And behind it also there is one Jnana slokas. Large number of Jnana slokas are there, different deities, because all the Jnana slokas have been given to us. And the prayer for meditation has been given by so many rishis. They're all blessed people, and they want others also to get blessed. Therefore, that's why Trilochane Ratirmama Prakalpana Ekasilpini. Is the seventh stanza, last line, because I want to review you. Ekasilpini andre there is no competitor for Rudra's architectural expertise. For example, Bhattabhana in Harsharitam will make a first prayer to Lord Rudra as a silpin. And the sloka is like this. Om Namastunga Siraschumbi Chandra Chamara Charave Trailokya Nagararambha Moolastambhaya Shambhave. So Namaha Moolastambhaya Shambhave Namaha. Beautiful. So Shiva is the Moolastambha. What is the Moolastambha? It is said to be the central pillar. It is the central pillar which will bear the weight of the entire structure of the building. That's the architectural grandeur. And Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya is the great architect. He brought, I don't know, he brought into the concept of structural structures by having the pillars. And that is a lot advantage. You can go to number of floors also. So you must have observed no flats are being constructed, large number of them, without pillar. So ಎಲ್ಲ ಪಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಫ್ಲ್ಯಾಟ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಕನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಪಾರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರೈಸ್ ದಿ ಪಿಲ್ಲರ್ and then with wall you pillar to pillar you cover. So all that kind of prakalpa, and that is what is called. So here Tunga Siraschumbi Chandra Chamara Charave. You understand? Chandra is like looking like a chamara. Charave means beautiful. So he is called Chandrasekhara. How large he is, how high he is, nobody knows. Therefore, the building Trailokya Nagara Arambha Moolastambhaya. ಈ ಮೂರು ಲೋಕಗಳನ್ನು ಭವಂತಿಯನ್ನು ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೂಲಸ್ತಂಭನ ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ರುದ್ರ. So I can keep on explaining, but it's out of context. Therefore, he is a Silpini. Silpini Saptami Vibhakti Ekavachana. Silpin ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾಮಿನೇಟಿವ್ ಸಿಂಗುಲರ್. Silpini ಯಾರು ಪ್ರಕಲ್ಪನ ಏಕಶಿಲ್ಪಿ. ಏಕ means unique silpam. There is no match. There is no parallel. There is no competitor. If Shiva is the architect, the building is done. So, and moreover, he has got that kind of three-dimensional observations. Trilochane. Because we have got to investigate into the propriety of the terms or words employed by Rasagriva, who is himself a great poet. He is a great Sahiti. That's why he is a Sahiti Samarangana Chakravarti anta helbodu. Because he is good at war and at the same time good at compositions, poetry. Because we don't talk in Ramayana, with Valmiki Maharshi won't talk about his sabha of academic importance, but he only talks about one connected to the war only. Because that aspect of Ravanasura is being focused. As you see in Yuddhakanda, Ravana happened to call in for a cabinet meeting for the first time. And it was a matter of great surprise that Ravana called for all the respective officers into the council and for meeting. And then only there was some kind of opportunity for all other cabinet ministers or anybody officials to propose and to offer some suggestion. But he was the dictator, and he was only having his focus on Sita Devi. And anybody talking against the idea that he should return, idea that he should return Sita to Rama, he never liked it. So that's why the Trilochana, he has all aspects covered in building a palace, in building the mansion. And so when building barbeku andre, there are hundreds of people. Electrical contractor must come, a plumber contractor must come, plumbing contractor must come, and masons should come, and architect should be constantly watching. ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಆದ್ರೇನೋ ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ತಯಾರಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ it takes at least, in India, it takes at least a good time, more than a year. And also, depending upon the area to be covered or built area ಹೆಚ್ಚಿದೆಯೋ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕವರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ you have got to be very much careful. So like that, here the ಶಿಲ್ಪಿನಿ ತ್ರಿಲೋಚನೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಈ ಶಿಲ್ಪಿಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರೇಮ ಇರೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ ಟು ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ಆದರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಈಸ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಗೌರವನೀಯರಾಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಅಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯು ಮೇ ಪಿಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಯುವರ್ ಓನ್ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್, ಮರ್ಯಾದ, ಮಾನ, ಗೌರವ, ಅಭಿಮಾನ, all these words are there. That is our Sanatana Dharma. That's why our Taittiriya Upanishad gives you the idea. ಏನಂತ ಗತಿರಿತಿ ಪಾದವು ಯೋಗಕ್ಷೇಮ ಇತಿ ಪ್ರಾಣಾಪಾನಯೋ ಗತಿರಿತಿ ಪಾದವು ವಿಮುಕ್ತಿರಿತಿ ಪಾಯೌ. So like that, the Manushi Sangnas have been given to us that first of all, yoga kshema iti vachi. When you open your mouth, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಹಂಗಿದೆಯಾ, ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ದುಃಖ ಕಷ್ಟ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯು ಮೇ ಗಿವ್ ಯುವರ್ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡಿಸಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಬಟ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಕ್ಷೇಮಂ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಟಾಟ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಟು ಯಂಗ್ ಬೈ ಅವರ್ ಎಲ್ಡರ್ಸ್. Whenever you take up the letter writing, first you write Sri Rama Kshemam. And afterwards, I happened to meet one great Srivijyopasaka, and he told me, Prabhakar, you write Om Sri Om. Then you start writing. ಈ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಓಂ ನಮ್ಮ ವೇದಾಧ್ಯಯನ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಓಂ ವಿಲ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ದಿ ದೇವಿ, also at the same time Ishvara, or that is Prakriti and Purusha, both are being represented. Parvati, Parameswaras are being something like the Linga Swarupam. What is Linga? Shivalingadalli Shivana Fallassu ide, Parvatiya Fallassu ide. So there is a mixture, and both of them are together. But unlike humans, it is inverted one. Akasalinga ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಆಕಾಶ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇರ್ ಊರ್ಧ್ವಾಯ ನಮಃ, ಊರ್ಧ್ವಲಿಂಗಾಯ ನಮಃ, ಊರ್ಧ್ವಮುಖಾಯ ನಮಃ, ಊರ್ಧ್ವನೇ ನಮಃ, ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ಊರ್ಧ್ವಂ. ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಟು ಪಶುಪತಿನಾಥ್ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ ಇನ್ Kathmandu, and unique temple, 5 faces Lord Rudra, and probably Vasan has written just now. He must be able to explain to us afterwards, if at all he has visited. The other face of Lord Rudra is facing towards the sky. Adake face illa, gundu. Only for the 4 faces, 4 directions, there is the mukha. So Panchama mukhadalli all the face things are not there, I believe. So that is a link. That's why ಶಿವಲಿಂಗ ಪಶುಪತಿನಾಥ್ಗೆ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಬೇರೆ ಮುಖಗಳಿರುವ 4 ಮುಖಗಳಿದ್ದ ಶಿವನಿಗೆ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಆದರೆ ಊರ್ಧ್ವ ಮುಖದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ಶಿವ ಪಂಚಮ ಮುಖ ಧ್ಯಾನದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮನಿಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ದ್ರವ್ಯ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. When we visited, I saw Shiva, that Pashupatinath, ಹಾಲ್ ಬಕೆಟ್ಟು, ಮೊಸರು ಬಕೆಟ್ಟು, ಅಲ್ಲ ತುಪ್ಪ ತುಂಬ ಹಾಕೋದು, ಒಂದು ಬಕೆಟ್ ಫುಲ್ ನೀರು ಹಾಕೋದು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ 4 ಕಾರ್ನರ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ 11 ಪೀಪಲ್ ವರ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ರಿಸೈಟ್ ನಮಕಂ. ಅಂದರೆ at one stretch there will be 44 people reciting ಸಾಮೂಹಿಕ ರುದ್ರ ನಮಕ ಚಮಕ ಪಾರಾಯಣ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ 4, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮುಖಗಳು 4 ಇದೆ, 4 ಮುಖಗಳ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನಲ್ಲಿ 4 ಜನ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Anyway, this is all that. That's why it's called as a Trilochane Ratirmama. Now I go to I don't want one sloka, one line is good enough to go on. Now we go to the 8th sloka. I just read it. Naveena Megha Mandali, one concept. Niruddha ದುರ್ಧರ ಸ್ಫುರತೋ ಕುಹು ನಿಶೀಥ ನೀತ ಕುಹು ನಿಶೀಥ ನೀತಮಃ ಪ್ರಬಂಧಬದ್ಧಕಂಧರಃ ನಿಲಿಂಪ ನಿರ್ಜರೀಧರಃ ತನೋತು ಕೃತ್ತಿಸಿಂಧುರಃ ಕಲಾನಿಧಾನಬಂಧುರಃ ಶ್ರಿಯಂ ಜಗದ್ಧುರಂಧರಃ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 9th one. ಪ್ರಫುಲ್ಲ ನೀಲ ಪಂಕಜ ಪ್ರಪಂಚಕಾಲಿ ಪ್ರಭಾಕಾಲಿಮಪ್ರಭಾ ಅವಲಂಬಿ ಕಂಠ ಕಂದಲೀ ರುಚಿ ಪ್ರಬದ್ಧಕಂಧರಂ ಸ್ಮರಚ್ಛಿದಂ ಸ್ಮರಚ್ಛಿದಂ ಪುರಚ್ಛಿದಂ ಭವಚ್ಛಿದಂ ಮಖಚ್ಛಿದಂ ಗಜಚ್ಛಿದಂ ಅಂಧಕಚ್ಛಿದಂ ತಮಂತಕಚ್ಛಿದಂ ಭಜೆ. 10th one. ಅಖರ್ವ ಸರ್ವಮಂಗಳಾ ಕಲಾ ಕದಂಬ ಮಂಜರೀ ರಸಪ್ರವಾಹ ಮಾಧುರೀ ವಿಜೃಂಭಮಾಣ ಮಧುರತಂ ಸ್ಮರಾಂತಕಂ ಪುರಾಂತಕಂ ಭವಂತಕಂ ಮಖಾಂತಕಂ ಗಜಾಂತಕಾಂಧಕಾಂತಕಂ ತಮಂತಕಾಂತಕಂ ಭಜೆ. ಈ 3 ಶ್ಲೋಕಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಆಲ್, ಕೃತ್ತಿ ಸಿಂಧುರಃ ಶ್ರಿಯಂ ತನೋತು ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದುಡ್ಡಿದ್ದವರು, ದುಡ್ಡಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋರು ನಿಮಗೆ ದಾನ ಸಹಾಯ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್. ಆದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಆಡಂಬರ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವರು ನಿಮಗೆ ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಸಿ ಕೃತ್ತಿ ಸಿಂಧುರಃ ನಿಲಿಂಪ ನಿರ್ಜರೀಧರಃ ಶ್ರಿಯಂ ತನೋತು ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಇವನು ಯಾರು? ಶಿವನ ಹತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆ? ಕೃತ್ತಿವಾಸ. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಪೀತಾಂಬರಂ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಹಾವಿಷ್ಣು. ಮಹಾವಿಷ್ಣು ಈಸ್ ಎ ಪೀತಾಂಬರಧರ ಅಲಂಕಾರ ಪ್ರಿಯೋ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ಪ್ರಿಯೋ ಶಿವ. ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಡವೆಗಳು ಅಲಂಕಾರ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರೇನು? ನೋ. ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಡ್ಡ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನೆವರ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಬಾತ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ನ ವಸನಃ ನ ಅವಸನಃ ಸ್ನಾಯಾತ್. ಮೈ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಬಾರದು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್. ಸೊ ನ ವಿವಸನ ಸ್ನಾಯಾತ್ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ನ ಕೂರ್ಮವ ಸ್ನೀಯಾತ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಈಟ್ ಟಾರ್ಟಾಯ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಲೆಶ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಬಾತ್ ವಿಥೌಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವರ್ಷತಿನ ಧಾವೇತ್. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ರನ್ ವೆನ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೈನಿಂಗ್. ರೈನ್ ಇರುವಾಗ ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಯೇಷೋ ವಾ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಅನತಿದಾಹಾಯ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ರನ್ ಇನ್ ಗುಡ್ ರೈನ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಗ್ನಿದೇವ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇನ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ ಮಿಸ್ಚೀಫ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಗ್ನಿ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹಿ ವಿಲ್ ಅಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯು ಫರ್ದರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನೋಡಿ, ಮಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಓಡಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಲಿಪ್ ಡೌನ್. ಜಾರುತ್ತೆ, ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ್ತೀರಿ, ಏನೇನೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗಡಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಟ್ಸೆಟ್ರಾ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಡ್ರಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಡ್ರೆಂಚ್ಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ರೈನ್. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಋಷಿಗಳು ದೇ ವಾಂಟ್ ಎ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ದಿ ವರ್ತ್ ಟು ಲಿವ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿಲಿ ಫಾರ್ 100 years. 100 ವರ್ಷಗಳ ಕಾಲ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರ ಪಾಪ ಆಸೆ. ನೋ ಋಷಿ, ನೋ ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರ, ನೋ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್, nobody would wish that the children must die quickly, earlier than they. No, that's a ಮಹಾಶಾಪಂ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಅವಾಗ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಹುಟ್ಟೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಕೆಲವರು ಚಿಕ್ಕವರು ದೊಡ್ಡವರಿಗೆ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಶ್ರಿಯಂ ಕೃತ್ತಿ ಸಿಂಧುರ ತನೋತು, ಈ ಕೃತ್ತಿ ಸಿಂಧುರನಾಗಿರುವ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ Kalani, and moreover, he is so simple, though he is a Kalanidhana for arts and for all fine arts, he is the, for all fine arts, he is the uh, resourceful person. So Kalanidhana Bandhuraha. And again, who is this Riva? Jagat Dhurandharaha. Jagat anna metaphorically is compared to a Dhura. Dhura means a plow ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವ, ಎರಡು ಎತ್ತುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂಡಿ ಪುಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಎರಡು ಎತ್ತುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರಲ್ವ, ವುಡನ್ ಒನ್, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಶಿವಲಿಂಗ ಅದು, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕಾಲ್, ಎತ್ತುಗಳ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕಿ ಬಂಡಿ ಬುಲ್ಲಕ್ಕಾರ್.
ನೊಗ ಅಂತಾರೆ.
ಸೊ ಧುರ ಅಂದರೆ ನೊಗ. ಆ ಜಗತ್ತನ್ನು ಒಂದು ನೊಗೆಯಾಗಿ ತನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಈ ಜಗತ್ ಸಂಸಾರವನ್ನು ಈಜ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸಂಸಾರ ಧುರಂಧರಸ್. ಮದುವೆ ಆದಮೇಲೆ, ಮದುವೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇರೋ ಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬೇರೆ, ಮದುವೆ ಬೇಕು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕಂಪೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಸಂಸಾರ ಬಂದಮೇಲೆ ಆಟಿಟ್ಯೂಡು ಅವಕಾಶಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಸಂಸಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿಗಮ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಪೀಪಲ್ ಸೇ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾರೇಜ್ ದ ವುಮನ್ ಲೂಸಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ದ ಲಿಬರ್ಟಿ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಪ್ರಾವರ್ಬ್, ನಾಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಪ್ರಾವರ್ಬ್. So liberty and happiness, these are the two things which people have got to be enjoying. And liberty, and say when America became independent, you got in New York the Liberty statue, and that's really significant. But we don't have that Liberty statue in India. We have got 3 lions, and there's Ashoka pillar ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಈ Ashoka pillar 3 lions. Even now 3 is an important thing to our India. We have got 3 colors in our Indian flag. 3 flag, and we have got Ashoka Stambham, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಎನಿವೆ, ಸೊ ಕೃತ್ಯ ಸಿಂಧುರಃ ಜಗದ್ಧುರಂಧರಃ ಕಲಾನಿಧಾನ ಬಂಧುರಃ. ಬಂಧು ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಶಿವ, ದೋ ಈಸ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್, ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅರ್ಧನಿಮೀಲಿತ ನೇತ್ರನಾಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಧ್ಯಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಕೂಡ, he is the promoter, promulgator and encourager of all kinds of arts in the world. Even science also is art. Don't think science is separate from art. No. In fact, at one time, during Britishers' time, they used to have the degrees being given. BA Physics, BA Chemistry, BA Astronomy, BA Astronaut. ಈ ತರಹ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. And even in pre-university or intermediate, they used to put it as ಅದು ಬ್ಯಾಚುಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ಸು, ಇದು FA, ಫೆಲೋ ಆಫ್ ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. I know my grandfather and other people, they did FA. ಆಮೇಲೆ BA and all those things. FA ಅಂದರೆ after schooling they will be called as a fellow of arts. ಈ ಆರ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಶಬ್ದ, ಕಲಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಂಡೀಡ್. ಸೊ ಚತುಷ್ಷಷ್ಟಿ ಕಲಾಮಯಿ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು ಯಾರು? ಪಾರ್ವತಿ. ಲಲಿತಾ ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ we are going to get hold of meanings of all these things. On Fridays we have got a class in the evening. Your morning is India, Bharat morning. That ಚತುಷ್ಷಷ್ಟಿ ಕಲಾಮಯಿ. ಈ ಚತುಷ್ಷಷ್ಟಿ ಕಳಗಳನ್ನು ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಶಿವ. ಶಿವ and Parvati, they are never separate. So Shivandu Parvati, Parvati Shiva. That's why they are called Vagartha Viva Sampruktav, Vagartha Pratipattaye, Jagata Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameswarau. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. 8th ಶ್ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃತ್ಯ ಸಿಂಧುರಃ ಶ್ರಿಯಂ ತನೋತು ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ, ಏನು ಆಡಂಬರ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಹೈಡ್ ಗಾರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಯಾವ ತರಹ ಕಷ್ಟ ಕೊಡದೆ ಅಂತ ಅಟ್ಟೈರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋ ಮಹಾನುಭಾವ ಶಿವ, he is able to grant so much wealth to people. That's why he said, see, Sriyam Ichet Hutasanat. From Agni ಆರಾಧನದಿಂದ, ರುದ್ರ ಆರಾಧನದಿಂದ, ಸೂರ್ಯ ಆರಾಧನದಿಂದ you can obtain whatever wealth and fulfillment of desires. So that is what it is called. And Kalidasa has shown you that example. Raghu Maharaja, for example, who is in the dynasty of, is so great, Chakravarti in India, that he belongs to Surya Vamsam, and Rama belongs to Raghu dynasty, or he is a dynasty maker. That's why Raghukula Nandanaha, Ramanike Hesarenu, he is the Nandana son of the Raghu dynasty. Anyway, Raghu family. And he performed Sarvajit Yaga, Vishwajit Yaga Madi. He was eating food on the earthen vessel, and he was wearing only the bark garments. Such a Chakravarti, having had all that, so much tyaga. Tyaga is sambrudharthanam. So, the yogi ante the tanutyajam. Kalidasa says, all the Raghuvamsa Maharajas have got this as the principle. Tyaga is amrutarthanam. Whatever arthas have they have gathered, either philosophical or whether materialistic, all that has got to be given up. So Raghu Maharaja is a grand example. Even Ramachandra is also a grand example. He gave up his parents. He gave up his kingship. He gave up all comforts, came and slept on the ground in the forest for 14 years. Imagine the tyaga. So, ಈ ತ್ಯಾಗ ಬುದ್ಧಿಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಸ್ಟೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ Mahavishnu planned like that. Rama and Lakshmana to have maximum tyaga. And what has been given up by his brothers, the Bharata and Shatrugna maintained it in order that they can return it to Rama and Lakshmana when they come home after finishing the tenure for 14 years. So ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು significations and messages ಇದೆ ಅಂದರೆ we can't imagine. Similarly, in the 9th sloka, again you see that Prabadha Kandharam, Prabandha Kandharaha, Prabadha Kandharam. ಈ ಪ್ರಬದ್ಧ ಕಂದರಂ ಅಂದರೆ ದ್ವಿತೀಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಏಕವಚನ. ಅಂಡ್ ನಿಲಿಂಪ ನಿರ್ಜರೀಧರಸ್ತನು ಅಂಡ್ ತನೋತು. ಅಂಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸಿ ಕಂದಲೀರುಚಿ ಪ್ರಬದ್ಧ ಕಂಧರಂ ಭಜೇ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಬದ್ಧ ಕಂಧರ ಶ್ರಿಯಂ ತನೋತು. And because he gives you all benefits, all fulfillment and everything, you are free to devote yourself to some that. Again, ಒಬ್ಬರು ಇನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರನ್ನ ಆಶ್ರಯಿಸಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ವಾಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಡಿಸರ್ವಿಂಗ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ವೈ some people run after Swamijis? Because Swamijis have got some plus points that will make people to go after them, to follow them, to ennoble them, and to celebrate them also. Nowadays we have got so many Swamijis, as you see, and they are all trying to inspire people into the line of spirituality. ಈ ಮುಂಡೇನ್ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಅಪ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಡೌನ್ಸ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಥೀಮ್, ನೇಮ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ಸು, ರಿಲಿಜನಿಸ್ಟು ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಿಲಾಸಫರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪಿರಿಚುವಲಿಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಇವ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, ಸೊ ಅಂತಕ ಇನ್ನು ಎಂಥವ್ರು ಅಂದರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಮರ, ಪುರ, ಭವ, ಮಖ, ಗಜ, ಅಂಧಕ, ಅಂತಕ. ಸೊ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಕ ಡಬಲ್, ಅಂತಕಾಸುರ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಂತಕ ಈಸ್ ಯಮ. ಈವನ್ ಯಮ, ದಿ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕಿಲ್ಲರ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಈಸ್ killed. Therefore, you observe all these Mara, Pura, Bhava, Makha, Gaja, and Antaka, double, they are all symbolic. And even alla now datidrene, unless you cross over, unless you wade through all these things, you will not get to know the portals of Lord Rudra. This is exactly what we notice in the Tandava Stotra. We cannot say, Onsala odbittu for 4 minutes or 5 minutes, Shiva Tandava Stotram Sampurnam. ಪೂಜಾ ಅವಸಾನೆ. ಇದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಪೂಜಾ ಅವಸಾನ. ರಾವಣನೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ದಶಗ್ರೀವ ಹಿಮ್ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಸೆಡ್, ಅಯ್ಯ ಶಿವಪೂಜೆ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿವನಿಗೆ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ದಿ ಶಿವ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಬ್ಸಲ್ಯೂಟ್ಲಿ ಫಿಲ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಜಾಯ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿನೆಸ್. ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪಿ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ he would like to have a dance. And how dance he performs, this is the sample of it. That's why Krishna, Ravana Dasagriva, so Pujavasana Samaye. Anta, she has given you the time when you have got to think of reciting this particular thing. Dasagriva Geetam. It is a Gita that is composed and sung and got the benefits from Lord Rudra. That's why when Dasagriva got everything positively supported by Indra, by Shiva, likewise everybody, whoever turns to this, they will be able to get rid of the love influence, too much of passion and lust, and also attachment for the cities, attachment for the rebirth again. Sometimes people say to their wives, janma janmani tvameva mama bharya anta. You will be my wife in all my janmas anta. It's all meaningless desire. When once you get into the water, when once you are separated, no guarantee you will be meeting the same thing. Adukosara is a bhavachidam, and makha is the yagna. That is, you have to grow more and more spiritual and brahmagnani and brahmavadini, and you should become Brahma himself. So, adu makachidam and gajachidam, and I keep on explaining the symbolism that could be signified because of these terms. And moreover, you observe that our Dasagriva has repeated the last two lines again and again, because he means so many things by that. When we sit to comment or nodre, ಈ ಮಖ, ಅಂಧಕ, etc., all these antaka, all these things have got great signification. So I think we'll stop here, and next week, especially this December, all Sundays mostly, we'll be able to connect ourselves and make good progress. You're all welcome. You can share this particular link to all your friends. See that they get hold of the happiness or share the happiness of Lord Shiva, especially when he is in Tandava Nritya. Om Swasti.
Om Sahana Vavato Sahana Bhunaktu Sahavijam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaः, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Satam. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamasta, Shri Vasudevarpanamasta, Shri Veda Purusha Shirvadostu. Om Shri Matru Charanaravindarpanamasta. Om Tat Sat.
Shivanubhavo astu. Om Tat Sat.